Welcome to Three Guys and a Brit. My name is Jeeds Exotic, and this is an international podcast that us four we kind of bring to you and give you a little bit of the know-how and the just the know-how. But with me today, we have a great cast, and down here next to me is going to be Senor Caveman. How you doing, homie?
Doing good, brother. How are you, man?
Oh, dude, we're just doing fantastic. The other two guys with me, we got Joker Gamer V3.
What's up, people? I'm good. Thank you, Jeej.
Yeah. And then
how's your day,
we're doing good, man. Without further ado, the other homie with me today is going to be Windu the Mace, aka Just Windu.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I like the energy. But what's up, everybody? What's popping? I am Windu. I do a lot of gaming content and stuff, but we're here to just kind of chill around and talk some regular stuff or, recent things, so to speak. Glad to be here.
So I got a couple topics I kind of want to bring to you guys' attention today. And one of them I do want to talk about is, I shouldn't call him a hero of the people, but some call him the hero and some call him a menace to society. And today, guys, I want to talk about Andrew Tate. All right. And I tell you what, he doesn't mind now. He doesn't care about speaking his mind. But I want to know one thing. Do you guys honestly think it's a show that he's putting on? That he's doing it all for just views, clickbait?
No, not particularly, because I don't know if you guys know who Piers Morgan is, right?
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah. So he did a show with him on Data TV and interviewed him. He had the exact same energy even in that interview with Piers Morgan, bro. I'm not lying. So if he can do the same shit in front of him, cool.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, though. But do you think it could just be a show that he's doing, like just like a ploy or a muse?
You mean like he's putting up a facade?
Yes, that he's like he's just putting on a muse. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, absolutely. It's possible. I mean, anything on media could be just a show, it could just be some sort of like attention grabber, but the thing is that some of the shit he says makes sense. It makes a lot of sense for such a flamboyant kind of character. He's actually very conservative in his beliefs. I mean, he just converted to Islam. I mean, he's a Muslim now. You know what I'm saying? And his views are very, people like to say outdated, but I mean, I agree with a lot of shit he has to say, and it's all about betterment for individuals, for men and women. People say that he's misogynist, but I think that some of the shit he says makes people have to act at a higher standard than what they're acting, men and female. For men, he's like, we got to work out. We got to do push-ups every day. You should be always striving to be stronger and better. He comes off as a dick and a douche, but I call it confidence, man.
It's confidence. And Windu, what's your take on what you know of the man called Andrew Tate?
I mean, I don't know, like you really can't go on any social media, even after being canceled or whatever, right? You can't go on any social media without hearing about the guy. And he just likes attention. Like, you feel me? Like, regardless of whether what he says has some validity to it, or whether he's just talking shit to talk shit, right? Like, he's literally just the next trend. Like, there was a moment where I don't know, Logan Paul was all over the fucking internet, and his scandal that he had in Japan and shit. You get me? Like, there's always a talking piece. I think with the reason why people are so amazed by Tate is how quickly he became viral. Like, how quickly he just ended up being everywhere. And he got known for the shit that he said and his opinions and stuff, because he just didn't care because he's like, yo, he doesn't give a fuck if he gets canceled, bro. You know how many people are signing up for like his Hustlers University shit, and how much free promotion he's getting on all his businesses just from people in the drama talks. That shit's genius.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, I would listen to like just going through TikTok and stuff, and I'll like come across like an Andrew Tate conversation he has like in a group of people, and just kind of like Caveman said, like listening to some of his views. Yeah, some of them come off a little misogynistic. You know, it is what it is. But some of them, man, are just, they make sense. Especially when he's talking about the male. Like, I'm looking back to, like, I'm looking at my father, right? I have a 63-year-old father, okay? He was a hard worker, blue collar. He didn't take shit from no one. You know what I mean? One of those things. Till now's generation, where I'm looking at it and it's like, where did the real men go? You know what I mean? At that same point. So is he making sense on talking about where the real men went? Or is he just literally just doing it to be a dick and like just try to put down women at the same time?
I mean, I just look at it as
go ahead.
So I just look at it as like, look, everyone's got a view of what a man is supposed to be, right? And how they're supposed to view this person as. A lot of things that he says might resonate with a lot of people out there who believes in the similar kind of ideology. But at the same time, you have a lot of people on the other side who kind of disagrees with him. Is that, all right, cool. But then you got a fine ground in the middle. Is that like people who can actually sit there and make up the mind for themselves. Like, for example, us four individuals can sit here and make up a mind for themselves of what a man is supposed to be like, right? But at the end of the day, it's up to people if they want to agree with his ideology or not. And personally, sometimes he comes across as a bit of a dick because he's just straightforward, straight to the point, I don't give a shit kind of an attitude. And that's what I think a lot of people kind of disagrees, because he's got that kind of a mentality that he's focusing forward. You know what I mean? You can bring out your point without being a dickhead.
True. And so, Joker, I want this next question up to you. Here within a few months, I believe. Yeah, within a few months, Andrew Tate is supposed to get back in the ring after he retired from kickboxing. So he was a prolific kickboxer.
Oh yeah, he was. He was so popular at that time that I don't know. You guys ever heard of Big Brother, the TV show, the reality TV show where they go in the house? So in 2016, he was in the UK's Big Brother house, right? He only lasted 7 days in there, but he got kicked off instant because he was a dick over there too. You know what I mean? But during this point, like, I mean, I wouldn't say he was the best kickboxer, but he's a decent kickboxer. He knows how to fight. He knows what to do, how to enter the ring and everything like that. But I don't pay much attention recently as to see that if he's got a fight coming up or not. So I wouldn't be able to tell you much.
Oh yeah, well apparently he's supposed to fight YouTube star Jake Paul, not Logan.
And then that means it's just there in it for the money.
Publicity.
And that's in it for the money. That's it. I wouldn't take anything to face value, but it's just in it for the money. Give me 1 second, guys. I just got to take a phone call real quick.
You're good, brother. So I want to bring it to you then, K-Man. Would you rather see him fight Jake Paul or Logan?
I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, because he's already famous enough, and I mean, he's just doing it again for the money. So it really doesn't matter. I mean, I think he should stick to just doing what he's doing. It's just like motivating people and just being, I think, a positive influence, man. Because I don't know, like you could think of it, oh, he's a dick or whatever, but you may feel that way because you may looking at some of your insecurities and things that that opportunities for you to be better that you're not doing, so but anyway, back to your question, I guess fight the more famous one. I mean, wait for that fight, you don't want to lose to the little brother, right?
I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess. But so let me ask you guys, because we all know in the world of content creation and stuff, like relevancy is everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I really do think peak, and at this point, he's just trying to do what he can to stay relevant. You get me? Like I think at this point, he's like burnt out, bro. Like we're gonna find a new fad to focus on.
Well, the thing is, he got canceled, right? He's every social media platform wants him
on
gone.
on everything.
So that's just gonna build like this cult following, you know, of people that are just, I don't know. I think it's good for him, you know, that he got kind of banned from some of the platforms. You know, it's just gonna make people try to bring him back. You know, like for example, Trump. You know, Trump got banned from Twitter, but now that Elon is over and owns Twitter, the landscape's going to change, you know? So the tolerance for people and their free speech is going to be there. It's going to be more, you know? So that's the biggest question, you know, that I propose to you guys is, how do you feel about Tate being canceled for the things that he says, you know? And anybody like Tate, for example, like Donald Trump. And part B, do you think that those accounts should be given back? Like now that Elon Musk is over Twitter, should Trump be able to have a Twitter account?
He does.
He has a Twitter account now. He's
the minute Elon took back over, he locked the doors to Twitter and took 6 people that he vetted as loyal and that were loyal to him buying Twitter, kept him in the office. He put a poll, give Trump back his Twitter or not give it back. And the poll won to give it back, give him back his Twitter. And Elon already reinstated Donald Trump's Twitter.
Mm-hmm. And
so
he reinstated it, but I don't think Donald Trump said he was going to come back on it. So
no, he Donald Trump made a few, like, I think the day it came back, he made like 5 or 6 tweets, you know, just to kind of like, hey, I'm back. But it's actually funny how you brought that up, Caveman. I'm gonna let the other guy speak on it, but it's really kind of funny because that was the next thing I was actually going to talk to you guys about, was Elon owning Twitter. But I think if you want to ask me about the rights, if you should be getting canceled for speaking what's on your mind, you shouldn't. You shouldn't be canceled for what speaking your mind, because it's just the people that are up here that disagree with it. But the people that are just about here, you know, it's people that agree with stuff. So if you're getting canceled because you're speaking your mind, that shouldn't happen.
I don't know. I was gonna say I don't know, because that's a double-edged sword, right? Mm-hmm. I think they just use him as an example, because at this point, what is it, like misogyny, basically, that is the main thing that he got in trouble. But on a very extreme example, we have some like radical extremists trying to tell people, hey, fuck the USA, you know, bomb the USA, like help me destroy USA, like a whole bunch of bullshit, right? That's not somebody that should necessarily just be allowed because they have the freedom to type whatever they want, right? Like there should be moderation in place. Maybe not like, you know, like if somebody says, hey, I don't like guys, you know what? Okay, whatever. Like, or if you think all guys are a piece of shit, that's your opinion. Like that's not anything extremist that could warrant any sort of ban, right? And I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think there's anything on record him saying that he absolutely hates females or he thinks females are pieces of, like, those would be extremist even for him. He hasn't said anything to that extent. But
I think he does nothing but praise females, to be honest with you.
But in general, like, imagine if somebody, like, if they're using him as the standard, the bar of like, hey, this shit'll get you banned, but this shit'll get you banned, then that's kind of sets an expectation that anything that's worse than that will also get you banned, right? They have to set a bar and they have to set an example. I think he was just wrong place, wrong time, climbing a little bit too quick, and he got made an example by all these companies. That's what I think.
Well, that's what I think. It was TikTok that first banned him completely, and I believe Ross, I think it was at Deakin University. I think his name is Professor Josh. He turned around and said this should be set as an example. Tate is set as an example what these social media regulations should have been put in place, kind of shit. And after that, everything started to go downhill, where every single social media started banning him from the sites.
Well, I think it's all bullshit, because I could go on YouTube and I could find Nazi propaganda. I could find videos of Nazi propaganda. So if these institutions are deciding, because they're educational media, it's educational media, so it's on there. We need to have it for history. So who are these people now to decide that this message that this particular individual has to present, or this idea or this opinion, is harmful to society, and ban him from your platform when you have clear evidence of media that was used to literally brainwash people? So it's a contradiction.
It's a contradiction. It's a contradiction even for us. As this, us as a podcast, is a controversial even for us, because the one video that we were talking about, COVID shit, it got taken off YouTube.
I can't say it. 2019, 2020. You gotta keep everything 2020. See, that was my thing. Like that's what this thing I was about to bring up, because we lost content because we talked about 2020.
About the disease. Yeah, I got you.
Yes. All right.
I was wondering. I was like, "What are you talking about?" Like, hey.
Yeah.
Hey, you're good. Go ahead.
But if you say those key words, or talk about just putting it in a reference, you get marked as misinformation, and eventually, if you keep doing it, you get banned. So, if that, to me, is where they kind of set the bar. You see what I'm saying?
On misinformation?
On misinformation. And that's where it's just enough people that why Andrew Tate, in my opinion, got banned, because there was enough people that just didn't agree with his views.
Well, you got to be mindful too. We live in a day and age where clickbait is a real thing, and it happens all the time, right? Like, you could have an hour-long conversation, somebody clip those 15 seconds out of context of something that you said, and now you go viral. And people pay more attention to those 15 seconds than they do to the entire thing. And they'll form an entire opinion. Like, if I even clipped about Caveman saying that he can go on YouTube and find Nazi propaganda, right? You take that little snippet and you throw it somewhere out in the internet for like these dumbasses on the internet half the time, just kind of go through and start spreading and shit. Like, somebody could build an entire image about Caveman that is totally not true, just based off of 15 seconds of content. And they do that shit all the time. They cancel people like for stuff like that all the time. So, I mean, should we be encouraging a cancel culture like that?
No.
Not necessarily that we defend him specifically or not, but isn't cancel culture the problem that we really got to address?
Yes, cancel culture is one of the biggest problems, because you say anything that disagrees with someone, now they will go through their history, try to find some fucking bullshit ass video that you did in, I don't know, May 2003, 2004, whatever the fuck it was at that time, when it was a different kind of a time where certain things were allowed to say publicly, create your own opinion, and then they bring it into this fucking day and age, and then afterwards, bam, next minute you're cancelled. You know what I mean? And that's the one thing that's just like, listen, bro, you need to keep this shit. Just because you don't like someone's opinion, don't watch the video. Don't listen to the podcast. Just walk away from it. End of story. Stop following the dude. Stop following the homie. But don't sit there and try to cancel me for something that I had to say. You know?
And I think we focus so much on cancel culture, you know, but we forget about the people that are birthing that culture. You know, it's the people, it's us as a society. You know, a lot of it has to do with, you know, just people that have, again, their own insecurities, their own bullshit that they're dealing with. And if they can't handle something that may challenge their character or challenge their point of view, you know, we're now in a society where we can write them off. You know, we're supposed to tolerate some things, but some things there's no tolerance for. You know, it's the same people that are bringing on the trans movement, the woke movement, this I don't know,
The liberals.
Well, I don't know, man. They're just trying to.
It's just general people,
nation, bro, and that's what
The people that are
stands to get.
constantly fighting for a cause that has nothing to do with them.
Yes.
Right, but then the thing is that they say, oh, they preach acceptance and tolerance, but they're the same people that are, again, canceling people like the other side, you know. And I'm not for Tate, I'm not for Trump, and I'm not for the other side. I'm just for, if you're gonna be tolerant, be fucking tolerant of everything, you know. If
Yeah,
you're
but it's
going
not
to
them
accept.
Here's my thing on that, because it's the cancel culture people, they are real and we see it every day. All right. But to me, it's they're forcing the cancel
Tell them that
to pull the people out of the way that would stand in their beliefs to be able to get what they want. Like, you do look at the liberals, the trans movement, so on and so forth. They have the people canceled. They push for it to get them out of that race, so people stop hearing the other side. They only want their side heard. So if you can cancel enough people, at the end of the day, it's only your story that's being heard, not the other views. You see what I'm saying?
We were talking about Nazis, right? Wasn't that kind of the way that they were doing things?
That's how Adolf Hitler did his ran his country at the time. It was, if you didn't believe in Adolf Hitler, you didn't believe the Nazi way, you were killed.
Now you just get canceled.
Now you just get canceled. In all honesty, at the end of the day, that's kind of, you are killing somebody by canceling them.
Yeah, it could be their source of income. But
So
I don't know, man. I mean, I listen. The guy looks like a dick. You know, he looks like a douche. You know, sometimes some of this shit is like, oh, I got a Bugatti. I'm like, who gives a fuck, bro? Who gives a fuck? You know, but the simple fact that, you know, he's like, hey, you know, men need to be men, you know, and that's also, you know, something that we're not allowed to preach anymore. You know, we're not allowed to be a man, you know, in the sense where we want to take care of our family. We want to fill a role. You know, I want to feel important. I want to feel like I'm putting food on the table and I'm making a difference, that I'm progressing.
I think his target audience was just like single individuals, right? Single individuals. And that's what he was like trying to tell them, like, yo, don't let a girl manipulate you, this, that, blah, 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 blah kind of situation. Like, he was making them aware kind of shit. But then again, a single girl who's all empowered with this women's rights bullshit, feminism bullshit kind of a thing, like, you know, feeling all high powered, can just sit there and look at this video and be like, misinterpret it in many ways, right? And then there's a report button. Hit that report button. Now imagine you have about 2 million women, single women around the world, who feel the similar kind of thing that this girl feels. And then afterwards, out of that 2 million, maybe 2,000 report it. right? That brings to attention like, yo, why is this video getting reported 2,000 times? You know what I mean? And then next minute, you know, his video gets taken down, or, you know, whatever it is, it just gets silenced. I mean,
well, I look at it this way. Joker, because of that standpoint, I look at the podcast god, Joe Rogan. Okay. He has those same exact views. He believes in the alpha male, but he's not canceled.
But it's how you go about it too.
Yes,
let's be real.
It's how you say certain things. Like I can give a variant of exactly what Windu is saying about a topic, and I can interpret it and paraphrase it in a particular way, and then you compare my information to Windu's information, right? It's two different things, but it has the exact same meaning, right? And then just because Windu is straightforward and direct, people be like, you know what, fuck this guy.
I get that a lot.
You know, that's what. No, I'm just saying. I'm just giving as a general. I'm not saying that you are.
No, you're totally. I get you. You're totally right, because it's one of those things like the example that he brought up of Rogan. Like Rogan says what he feels, and he's very strong opinions, and he lets people know what his opinions are. But he's also not a dick about it, right? Like, and I think that a general consensus throughout is like, hey man, regardless if this guy's speaking truth or regardless if he's talking out of his ass, he's arrogant, right? He might be a smart businessman, but he's arrogant. He's definitely a dick. Bastard.
No one likes an arrogant fool. And that's the honest thing. Even if you get, like, for example, within your circle, if somebody comes up to you and he has a topic about it and he feels strongly about it and he comes off in an arrogant way, you'll be like, fuck this guy. Fuck out of here. You know, and that's the similar kind of a mentality. But what he's done he's done it with a larger audience, because it's a video format and it reaches millions of people rather than the individual circles that you're chilling at on a day-to-day basis. You know what I mean? And that's the main difference between certain podcasting guys and certain podcast, individuals out there who will be like, okay, I like this dude, but I don't like this dude. Like, for all I know, there might be some guy watching our videos right now will be like, you know what, I like these 4 guys. But then afterwards, there's a collective group on the other one creating a similar podcast to us. They'll be like, oh, fuck these guys. You know what I mean? So,
I hear it, but that's the other thing. The reason why I thought it might have been a decent topic to talk about him a little bit, because I know he is, as us as being content curators, of how easy it is to, how easy it is possibly to get canceled and banned by just saying how you believe, how you feel, and how you what your beliefs are.
It's a chain reaction of jumping on a bandwagon. It's a chain reaction. It's one individual leads to another individual, and then afterwards, next thing you know, it's literally cloud chasing across the fucking thing. Some people might have a genuine, disagreement with it and might not like it. They have a genuine strong feelings towards it. But most of the time, this cancel culture shit goes on is just, let me jump on that bandwagon too. Fuck it. Since this guy is doing it, I might get some more traction on my side too. Fuck it. I'll just jump on this bandwagon.
Yeah, so another topic I do have for you guys. I know we're missing Caveman, but we can kind of fill him into what we're doing. If you had to choose, this is going to be just a simple, quick question. I want to know your actual thoughts on it. If you had to choose, all right, welcome back, Caveman. Welcome back from the other side, my brother.
Thank you, bro.
So I'm gonna bring up another topic. So I'm gonna ask each 3 of you your choice and why. Okay. And this is actually just simple. So, Joker, I'm gonna start with you. Pepsi products or Coke products? Oh yeah, bro. Yeah. Pepsi products or Coke products? And no, think about it though. No, I'm not just talking about Pepsi and Coke. I'm talking
I know. It's
about
as a brand.
as a brand.
Yes.
So you have to think about what has what.
I can't, to be honest with you, on top of my head, I can't remember Pepsi brands apart from 7-Up, I believe. 7-Up falls under 7-Up Pepsi brand.
Pepsi owns Mountain Dew.
Yeah, Mountain Dew. I think Tango as well. I bet Tango, right? They own that too.
Tango.
Yeah.
What's Tango?
Tango is the...
That's a dance joker.
It's a dance.
No. It's a drink here in the UK. Tango is kind of like Mountain Dew, but it's just like orange and cherry and different flavors that you get.
Okay, so the only reason why I bring it up is
Faygo.
because I was watching a show the other day. I walked into the other room, and my mother-in-law was sitting there watching something on the History Channel. All right, and it was talking about the brand that owns multiple brands.
The Unison.
So they were they were talking about, like, I want to say it was like it's whatever the Pepsi company is. Whoever owns like actual Pepsi, let's actually, let's start with like General Mills, right? Everyone knows who General Mills is.
But that's like Warren Buffett and how he owns Berkshire Hathaway, and they own like a third of the fucking world.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So like, it's just like, I want to break it down to where. So how can you sit here and support, like, oh, I love Pepsi products, but then realize the people that owns Pepsi, and be like, well, I hate Doritos, or I hate Lay's.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but to figure out the people that actually own Pepsi, you know what I'm saying? Like, is that how do people become into that power? Okay, to be able to own these multiple brands and be able to sell them all the way across.
Bro, at that level, that shit's just inheritance. That's because their great grandparent decided to like start a business, or they decided to become, like they got into the stock market. They became billionaires, millionaires, oil people, whatever. And then at that point, it's like, you know what? Let's buy this company. Let's buy that company. Well, like you just brought up Elon a little bit ago. This man, they started off with a car brand that he was working on, right? Well, that's not even what he started off. He had other projects before that where he made his millions. I want to say PayPal was Elon. Yeah,
PayPal.
Elon was PayPal, and then he got a payday off of that. Then he started building his own car company, and then from there he was like, "Hey, let's fucking build rockets." And then my dude literally to the point where he's like, "Fuck it, let's buy Twitter too," Like, that's just literally how it goes. He just does it much more publicly. That shit usually happens behind the scenes. But it's just when people make so much money and they don't know what to do with that money, they just think, hey, how can we find more ways of making money? I'll take a new challenge. I already built a car company. Fuck it. Let's buy Taco Bell and reinvent the whole fast food industry just because it's a challenge to them. That's how those people have fun. That's what it is, bro.
That's how they keep their money, man. That's how they stay rich, stay relevant.
Yeah, but are they staying? But is that them staying rich, or is that them staying wealthy?
It's staying.
Because there's a difference between what rich and wealthy.
Yeah. Staying wealthy. Yeah. Like, the fact is that, like, he started off, I think it was the first startup company that he had called Zip2, right? And it was just a basic internet guide on. It's kind of like the Yellow Pages kind of vibe shit that he did. Sold that for 22 million, and then he went into X.com and PayPal, made even more money, right?
Yeah.
And he entered as a CEO for PayPal, I believe. I'm not sure, I can't remember. But yeah, he just made more money for them. Fuck it, at the end of the day. Took all his money, put it onto SpaceX, right? From SpaceX, he started working on Tesla, and so forth. And yeah, but now look at it. Like, he was very good negotiator for a lot of things, and that's what happened, bro. Like, he could negotiate with the government entities, and he'll be like, "Hey, listen, you invest this money over here, I'll take that money, and I will make so much money for you, etc., etc., and I'll make you number one."
Now, speaking on Elon, how much do we actually really know about the man called Elon Musk. Is he really just like where did he get started? Was it actually PayPal? Like where did he get where did he get his wealth? That's what I say.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was just PayPal.
Already rich. He was
he born rich?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he was wealthy, but I wouldn't say he was born rich. But he started his own startup company, Zip2, right? And that's where he made his wealth from. He was wealthy, like
fuck is Zip2?
Wealthy. That's what I'm saying. Zip2 is just it's an internet city guide. It's a guide, like, and Yellow Pages, like all these little things fell into Zip2. You know what I mean? And he made his money on it.
Yeah.
I had no idea what Zip2 is.
But he started with $28,000 when created it, which then later on, he sold his shares and he made $22 million out of it.
Bro, so you're telling me he started with $2,800? $2,800
No.
or $28,000?
$28,000.
Okay, see, even still, that's still a low number, bro. That's a
we can get a loan for $28,000.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. You're telling me one of the richest men in the world started with $28,000,
Mm-hmm.
flip that to 28 million,
22.
flip 22 million, then flip that again to make 22. Almost, he's like he probably now does like 22 billion.
So what he did was he kept this 22 million to the side and he entered X.com. I don't even know what the fuck that was, but I heard about that. He entered X.com and PayPal as a CEO and made money for them. Then he bought shares in the company, which he flipped that shares and made a lot of profit.
Wow. I mean, like Windu said, we can go get a loan for like us four, go get a loan for 28,000. Like, but for one man to do it, I mean, I can see us four doing it, but for one man to be that smart, and like I said, he's smart in business wise, but the man's just a genius all in general. Okay,
yeah,
because didn't he actually lay out the blueprints for all the Tesla stuff? Like, isn't that? And didn't he lay out all the blueprints for his rockets? Isn't he considered an actual genius, or is he just smart with business?
He's self-taught. He taught himself like astrophysics and shit like that. Like he's the real deal, bro. It's not just like he's not the Steve Jobs of Tesla, you know? Like he actually knows how to do shit. Like what is it? Like he said on Rogan that he literally lived in the factory for most of the time. Like he literally just like sleeps for 4 to 6 hours and then from sun up to sundown just working at the factory trying to make shit work. That's some next level dedication, bro. That's when your job is an addiction and you're very good at it. It's basically what that is.
So basically he's a CEO of Tesla, so that's what it is. He's not the one who founded it and built it from scratch. So yeah.
So talking about with Elon Musk, so the only reason why the guy does intrigue me is, man, like I did watch that Joe Rogan podcast. Him and Joe sitting there talking, shooting the shit back and forth, smoking weed, and bro, he just they were sitting there. Him and Joe were smoking freaking.
Yeah, his stocks fell quite a bit after that, bro.
Yeah, after that, but see, he didn't. How do I put it? The thing that intrigues me most about Elon Musk, he doesn't present himself as upper echelon. You see what I'm saying? Like,
think so?
When think about it. Think about if you're a multimillionaire, right? You're not going on a Joe Rogan podcast and talking about anything and everything with Joe Rogan. If you were a multimillionaire, you're sitting at a freaking country club somewhere. You know what I mean? You start becoming, the money starts to control you and starts to run your life. Thing I've noticed with Elon, he's still a multimillionaire, billionaire by now, and he's still down to earth. So like to me, it's kind of like, man, why can't more people be?
I mean, but I think a lot of those super rich people are relatively down to earth. Because those
Bill Gates.
Those are actually the ones that they have so much money.
Bill Gates.
Like, bro, they have so much money that they just don't care about the money like that anymore. You get me? They just need the next challenge to go after. Look at Mark Cuban.
Yeah.
Mark Cuban seems chill as fuck, right?
Mhm.
Like, it's not necessarily that having all that money makes you a shittier person, right? But what is it, like my father always said, money amplifies whatever you are.
Mhm.
You could be an asshole, you get more money, you're a bigger asshole.
Mhm.
You get me? You're a nice person, you get money, now you're a really nice person. You're over here buying people. Look at Shaq, bro. Look at how much money Shaq has. Shaq literally owns, between different business and entities and stuff, like 150 different entities, bro. And my dude literally he will go to like Home Depot and Walmart just to find somebody to help. He'll just randomly be walking around. Like, what is it? I heard a story that he saw a kid with his bike, and he went up to the mom and he's like, "Can I buy him the bike?" Just for shits and giggles. Like, yo, I'm gonna buy a bike. You know what? Actually, your whole family, go Christmas shopping right now on me. Anything you want. Like,
See, the cool
that's
thing
dope.
The cool thing with Shaq is, I seen a video of him talking in an interview the other day. Well, I seen it. I don't know if it was how old the interview was, and they were talking. He was talking about his kids, and his son said something to him where it was like, "But Dad, we're rich." He looked straight at his son and he said, "I'm rich. You're not rich. I'm rich.
Yeah.
So you need to go make yourself rich." And I'm like thinking about it to that. I'm like, yeah. And he even said, he's like, well, if I was to drop dead tomorrow, my kids won't see any of my money. That's my money. And he's like, I would still make sure that they'd be able to live the life that I gave them, because that's what I wanted to do, because I didn't want them to grow up how I grew up, you know. But that's my money. And I'm like sitting there thinking to myself, I'm like, damn. So that just gives you're just pretty much just motivating your kids to outdo you. You know,
Yeah, man, I think that's what people want as parents.
I think
he started on basketball.
He was a military brat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
He was a military brat, but yeah, he started on basketball, but he didn't make all his money in basketball. Same thing with Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan actually, he didn't make all his money playing basketball. He made all his money after he retired. He actually made a lot of his money through Nike and a lot of his endorsements. And he bought, I can't remember what the actual figure was. I think it was $125 million he bought the Charlotte Hornets for. And now they're worth over $1 billion. He's the first basketball player to be a billionaire because he was at the right spot at the right time. But I don't know, guys. Do you guys have anything else you want to talk about today? How's you guys' weekend so far? You got any good plans for this week?
Oh, work.
Just work?
Dang, bro.
Work.
Me being sick for that month and a half literally is just like, yo, I'm on overtime, double time until probably the end of March, sometime in April. Like, it's wild, bro. Like, literally, think of it like this. Today's my first day off.
To catch up? Is that just for you to catch up?
Well, catch up and then keep going on track with what I wanted. You know, like the plans I want, Airbnb and shit. Like, think of it like this. In the last 2 weeks, I've only had Sunday off. And even on Sundays, we're doing stuff like this. I'm creating other content, videos and stuff. Like, a lot of you, actually, most of you here know, I wake up and go all the way to like from 7 a.m. till midnight, nonstop working. Like 6-7 days a week. And it's just like, bro, like, gotta do what we gotta do, bro. I'm not trying to be here talking about Elon the whole time, bro. I'm trying to be next to Elon someday, bro.
Fool, you're sitting here yelling at me about catching up to sleep. I think you need to get some sleep.
Hey, man, I still get my hours of sleep. It's just I need to do other stuff, right?
Yeah.
You're not gonna see me with 3 to 4 hours of sleep, bro. Oh shit, that 3 to 4 hours of sleep. The next day I'm going like, It's fucking gone, bro. No. I still get at least, like 6 to 7 hours, stuff like that. So it's not horrible. But yeah, drink water and get some sleep, bro. Make sure you fucking rest, because that shit's wild.
Bro, so Caveman, I wanted to ask you. So we have our other podcast, three guys and a noob, and you as our resident noob on our other podcast, you had to miss on Friday because of a new job. How you liking that thing so far, homie?
It's a shit show. Honestly, it's definitely a new challenge, and I'm up for it. It's just the management, the people that I'm taking over for, neglected their duties, so I have to not only learn the job but also play catch up for other people. Yeah, and then my trainer isn't really doesn't have an opportunity to train me because she has her job as well. So it's challenging to say the least, but I'm excited, man. It's once I get my foothold on that, it's gonna be fun. So.
Oh yeah, I mean, I bet, bro. It's a new challenge for you. I mean,
yeah,
you going to a new job's always fun and always kind of scary because you don't know what to expect. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely didn't know what to expect. Especially finding out that one of the main gigs you got to do is answer emails, and when I went into this other person's inbox, they had 1,200 unread emails. So you got to go back and you got to see. Yeah.
So every day you got to do your workload and then try to compensate a little bit more and be like, yo, how much of that list can I get knocked down? Yeah. That shit sounds annoying.
I'm accruing work while I'm knocking out shit that was not, so it's like I'm digging a hole and it's just getting bigger, keep falling in. Yeah, so it's just like it's never gonna end. So but
homie,
yeah, man, my main,
there's a butt. What's the butt?
No butt.
No butt.
We're gonna ball out. So
yeah, no, bro, I wish you nothing but the luck, because you need that new job for those 36 kids you got.
I do. That was the main reason why I'm like, okay, you're gonna give me more money, a lot more money, for sure. But it's like anything, bro. There's no solutions. There's only trade-offs. So,
well, you just gotta make the solutions, bro. You got this. You're a smart individual. I know you got that. But Joker, how's work going for you, homie? You have any little ties? I know you got a really extensive job that you do there.
I was just telling them, man, it's the same old every day. Go to work, make sure all of this is sorted out, this, that, and everything. But other than that, it's just like, we'll see how it goes. If I get a new job offer, I'll fucking take it. But this one right now is just paying my bills at this point. So fuck it.
So, Joker, if I remember correctly, because my memory's starting to, Windows rubbing off on me a little bit with my memory.
I hate you.
You're an electrical engineer, is that correct?
That's right.
So what?
I didn't know that.
Explain to me real quick. Explain to me real quick. What is an electrical engineer? Because I don't know, dude. I'm dumb. I mean,
anything that needs setting up in the workplace, anything when it comes to electrical thing, like attaching a device, right, to removing a device, and it's all gone to the main power line, they need me. Anything to do with any kind of a faults, any kind of a situation, anything, even for the smallest little fuse change, they still need me, because without me they can't change anything. So
you're trying to tell me is that you are not expendable by any means?
Well, I'm expendable across departments because I'm the only one that can install and uninstall shit. But without me, they can't get rid of me. Let's just say they can't get rid of me. They can't get rid of me.
Bro, see, it must be nice to make sure you know you have job security. See, I'm just a dumb truck driver. So, I mean...
Hey, man, you keep the country rolling, bro. Without truck drivers... We saw what happened when the lack of truck drivers happened a few years ago, bro. Like, supply chains halted real fuck... Yo, KFC ran out of chicken, motherfucker.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Like, yo, trucking's essential, bro. Trucking's essential.
Yeah.
And
yeah, man,
I'm just gonna say, truckers make some really good fucking money if you're the right type of trucker, bro. I got a buddy that has his own trucking business. He's got 3 or 4 rigs somewhere along that line, and he just sent me pictures about the new modifications he just made to his 2017 GTR. So they make money, bro.
Good money. And see, the thing is, like, I tell people all the time, like, you know, like, especially young, like, people that are hitting like 21, 22, and they have their whole life still in front of us. I mean, I know we all still have our whole life, but, like, you know, the younger generation, I tell them all the time, like, yo, stop flipping burgers at Burger King. Go get your CDL. Because with the CDL, thing of it is, I can lose my job tomorrow where I'm working. I can go to work. I can go to work the next day. Working for somebody completely different because I have my CDL, and we are so high in demand. So it's, you always can constantly make money. Like, dude, like, I just got an email the other day of 3 of the schools in the county right here that I'm in. Somehow they got my email address and they sent me freaking job offers to go drive school buses because I have a CDL. You see what I'm saying? Like, but I get those emails all the time, just to different job offers, just to be able to go drive truck for them.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, like I said, it's a lucrative business. Don't get me wrong, not everyone can do it. You know, like I can't do OTR work, which OTR is over the road. So the people that have like the sleeper cabs that drive cross country or whatever, I can't do that. I did it for a little bit. I'm too much of a homebody. Now, when I started to do it, I was like 25. Me and my wife, we weren't even married yet, but she didn't want me that far, and I didn't like being away from her. But if I was, I'll tell you what, man, if I was a 21, 22-year-old again, bro, and I was single, some of these people, like I have a buddy I met that I took my class getting the CDL, and he was, 21, single, didn't have anything, and I ran into him the other day, actually, which was very, very weird. He drives all over all 48, the lower 48, and dude, he's getting ready to retire from truck driving over the road. And it's only been 8 years. He's owns 2 trucks, 2 trailers. He's getting ready just to start doing the dispatching and having people run his trucks. Bro, retiring from driving. But he made shit tons of money because he's doing nothing. Like, what I learned from over the road is I could live off $500 a month. And that's just
on the road, not with rent.
On the road. No. I
had to say on the road.
You don't. But you work in your home, essentially. So you don't need to pay rent, especially if you work for a company. All right, that's what he did, dude. He had no bills. He had no nothing. The only thing he was paying for was the taxes coming off his paycheck, and the $500 a month was just food, showers. If you smoke or chew, buy that stuff, and some new clothes every now and then. Bro, you think about that. If you're making about $2,200 a week or every 2 weeks, and you can spend $500 a month, you're stacking $4 to $5 grand every month, just throwing it somewhere, putting it away. You can make a lot of money off of it. But one more question before we do start to get going here, guys, because time's a ticking. Christmas is right around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys all ready for the holidays? Well, holiday.
I'm ready to work the holidays.
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, well, my main question on this is actually to Windu. I mean, this is your baby's first Christmas. You got to be excited.
I mean, oh, I don't think Caveman realizes that him holding his microphone that way is making sound.
Hey man. There we go.
Oh,
yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So it's the baby's first Christmas, man. I don't know, because I'm excited, but at the same time, I'm very simplistic person. I definitely think that everybody's just kind of making a way bigger deal out of it than it is, right? Like, it's awesome, but I know for a fact my daughter gets excited as hell when you give her an empty water bottle to play with, right? And here's
really nothing for a couple more years.
That's what I'm saying. Like, she's not gonna remember any of it. And my mother is over here buying her already a bike. I'm like, she can't even walk. Why are you buying her a bike? Like, come on, bro. And then like my wife is like, yo, we should get a ball pit so she can dive in there and play in the ball pit and everything. And I'm like, that's cool. Sure, I guess. Just try not to use all my money. Buy it if you want. But even then, I'm like, yo, like a ball pit? How many? Could you imagine if we would have grown up with a ball pit in our house?
No, bro. I swear.
bro.
You know how many broken arms and legs and shit we would have had trying to cannonball into a ball pit? Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hey man, I was saying, like, my baby is getting a ball pit and a bike for Christmas, and a swing. She can't even walk.
Whoa.
She can't even walk.
Man. That's what we're meant to do, man. Provide more for our kids than what our parents did for us, you know? Like, I wish I had all that shit.
Yes.
Right, bro?
Man.
You know what I do remember? Just totally randomly. Y'all remember that scooter that would absolutely annihilate your ankles when you spun it?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That metal scooter razor bullshit. There's that cling, like fucking down on the ground. Yeah, that's the type of shit that I grew up on. Like, I don't know. I think a lot of people over exaggerate.
I lived in the country, bro, and I had one of those, and I was forced to drive mine going up and down a freaking dirt driveway. So you want to talk about clunking ankles, bro? Imagine cruising at the whole speed of 3 miles an hour, as fast as I can get that thing going, and your front tire stops dead on a rock. Yeah. See, those Raider scooters were more than just an ankle killer for me. But, talking about the holidays, Caveman, though, I mean, you and your wife ready for Christmas with you and those 46 kids?
Yeah, dude, I'm like Windu. I can't wait for the OT to come and get that shit done. Yeah, man. I mean, we make it happen. We work hard both.
Oh yeah.
And it's just fun. We get to see the kids enjoy themselves, and it's just kind of like it's a time to reflect and look at the whole year, and to be thankful for everything that we got throughout the year, the things we went through, the things that God brought us through. Because like this year I had a health scare. That was pretty gnarly. My father-in-law had open heart surgery. But then there's great moments. My sister got married. I had a new baby. Like, it's just time to like really, just sit back and relax and really enjoy your family and enjoy the blessings that God has provided, and get ready for the next year. Yeah,
I know that's the thing is once this time of year starts coming around, you're like, shit, this fucking year went by fast. Yes, like, bro, like, dude. I sat down the other day and I'm sitting here. Actually, I was playing games of Windu, and we're playing TFT, and I'm just thinking, I'm like, man, I've been in Florida now for almost over 6 months. I got here in May.
Is it really?
Yeah, we got here at the end of May.
Holy shit, bro. Yeah, like my kid is literally like 2.5 months away from being a year old already.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, fuck, dude, wait. It's just the time just started flying. So yeah, it's just so hard, especially the older you get, the time just keeps going. But see, like, talk about with Christmas, man, like how like you guys said, like you guys are just more of like, you're just simplistic and stuff like that. I can remember my father, he hates Christmas, and not of like how you people think it is. Here's the thing, the reason why he doesn't like Christmas is he doesn't like gifts. He always says his biggest gift is family. So his favorite thing to do on Christmas Day was to watch us kids open up gifts and to see our faces. You know, to be able to see his grandchildren now open up gifts and see their faces. But he hates getting gifts because he thinks in his mind he's the gift giver. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's what he should always do. He should always be the one providing. But man, I tell you what, my wife is hard to fucking shop for. Because here's the thing, bro. All right. What do you get a woman that gets what she wants? You know, if she wants something, she has no limitations. Like, if she wants something, go get it. You know what I mean? Like, just go get it. So,
Just bounce her up the chair, please.
to be able to be like, honey, what do you want for Christmas? Oh, I don't know. Oh, okay. So now I'm just forced to go on Amazon and going,
No, bro, that's
nice.
That's when you go in and literally be like, bro, you about to see what some finger paint and some construction paper will do. We'll just try to make it homey like they taught us in 3rd grade.
Oh,
Make
see,
her
this is what I
something,
did.
like
This is
some
what I
with
did.
y'all's stuff, you know?
We were laying in bed the other night, and like, she would send me like a text message of something she wants, right? And I look at him like, okay, order it. She's like, but I want you to get it for me for Christmas. I said, okay, we'll order it. Have my name on it. It will get shipped to me with my name on it, and I'll wrap it and give it to you. She's like, but that defeats the purpose. I said, how? I said, that way I know you're getting, 1, what you want, 2, the color you want it in, and 3, it's in the correct size. Like, but no, other than that, man, I mean, we're ready for Christmas. Joker, over there across the pond, you all ready for Christmas, bro?
I already did my Christmas shopping in beginning of November, bro. I finished it all. I bought everything, kept it. Now I just have to fucking wrap that shit.
Are you okay? I mean, because like, you know, me, I mean, I still got like fucking 10 more things I gotta do, and I'm gonna wait till like the last minute.
I'll tell you, the main reason why I do it in November is because fuck going around shops during Christmas period. I hate queuing up. I fucking hate people because they just barge past you, and most of the time, I just want to punch them in the fucking face. So to avoid all of that, yeah, I do my shopping in advance.
My man.
Keep it ready. So when Christmas time comes, I don't have any other expenses apart from going and buying some wrapping paper and some boxes and just wrap that shit up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's it. Like, if anyone else like wants a specific thing, I'll order the shit online. I'll give you some money. Take it. Take that money. Go do it yourself, because I'm not doing it for you, bro. Sorry.
No, so since this is gonna be our, since we did move to this new format, because I do, you know, we're at starting to wind down towards the end of the podcast here, and I do want to let the people know we did move this podcast and our other podcasts to a new format. Mm-hmm. For a little bit now, we want to test some stuff out and try some other avenues. We're doing once a month, and it's gonna be the first Sunday of every month, and our other one, three gamers and a noob, the first Friday of every month. Just to kind of keep things a little bit more relevant and the conversations a little bit more crisper. So the one other thing is, because we're going to start running into, let me check this calendar real quick. So that first Friday is going to be January 6th is when we're going to be doing our new guy, 3 gamers and a noob. Mm-hmm. And then it looks like it's going to be January 8th is the next time you guys are going to see a new episode with all of our ugly mugs on it. But guys,
Happy holidays.
and everyone, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year. Be safe. Don't be dumb. Call a friend if you need a ride, if you're drinking and driving. That's always a plus advocate that we all can sit here and tell you. Call a friend. All right, or call a cab.
Just take a taxi, bro. It's only going to cost you $10 or whatever the fuck it is. Don't fucking
Uber, Lyft.
Yeah, exactly.
They exist.
$10 is cheaper than 10,000 for a Dewey, and $10 is a lot cheaper than a life.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I'll push that every day and all day. But guys, you know, everyone out there, happy holidays from 3 guys and a Brit. And until next time.
Peace.
Peace. Don't forget to wipe.